Alright, today I'm going to show you how to create your own custom brush in Adobe Photoshop. And with this I'm going to work with some artwork that I've created using Indian ink. So with Indian ink and a variety of different brushes, I've created a couple of different brush sets here. So different varieties that I would use for different artwork. It might be blood splatters, it might be using it as watercolor paints, it might be something that I want to look worn and broken apart. So what we're going to do is turn this brush into its own brush in Photoshop. You can download brushes off the internet and that's great, but it's awesome if you can create your own brushes, and it's very easy to do so. It actually only takes 2 steps. So what I've got here is a PDF that I've dragged into Photoshop. What I'm going to do now is use my lasso tool, which is the third tool down, and I'm just going to click on the lasso tool. The shortcut to it is L, as you can see over here. So I'm going to select this brush here. I'm just going to draw around it. So Photoshop will only pick up the black as the brush. It will look at the white as transparent. So now the next step is to go to Edit, Define Brush Preset. So Define Brush Preset, and then I'm just going to name it. So I'm going to call it Watercolor Brush, Watercolor Brush 1, and then press OK. So now if I create a new document and I go to International Paper, I'm making just a new A4 document. If I press B for brush, with my right bracket and my left bracket, I'm able to make it bigger. So I'm going to make my brush a little bit bigger and click on it here. So now I can use my own brush in Photoshop. If I click on this tab here, it will give me my brush preset options, my settings. I can flip my brush like this. I can make it, let's change the spacing of my brush. I can actually compress it if I want it to not be at 100% roundness. I can make it scatter. You'll see here I've got all these other brushes that I've created previously. So that's how you create your own brush in Photoshop. Hope you enjoyed.